morning, mademoiselles and messieurs. Mystery Man 64 at your service. And welcome back to some post-commentary podcast. So, I definitely cut a lot out of this part, which is natural, because this is just a bonus and me just clearing up a lot of things that I did. As you can see, I have already unlocked Entropy, and you get him for beating all of his time trial ghosts. And as you can also see, I drastically sped up some segments because it takes forever. And I decided to end off this game, to send it off by playing as the Bandicoot himself, good old Crash. I have to play as Crash Bandicoot. Hat and CTR as the man, the myth, the legend, the marsupial, if you will. Yes, of course. So, I mean, it was already hard to see everything because I was going so fast normally. So, double speed now, I think. It's either double speed or 50% faster. I forget which. I don't know. Well, that's editing. That's boring. Of course, the review is going to be after all of this, and that has already been done. I don't have to redo that. I mean, I have some different thoughts, but they should stay as when they were made, because those were my thoughts at the time, so I don't think I'll change them when I make them. They should stand like... I know when I talked about the items, yes, they are definitely not too unique, but some are. And definitely when I get to a part about it being to recommend it for anyone, because, well, the game does teach you how to play it in a sense. You know, it's not like the other Crash games where it's just mash buttons, see what happens, you know? Have you used a controller before? If so, you can play the game. Now figure everything else out. I know some of the later ones, the power-ups tell you how to use them. But this one is, in terms of Crash games, probably the most beginner-friendly. But the point of me, like, when it came to the time trials, I flip-flopped around through like every character type or every type, you know, speed, acceleration, balanced, turning, to show off that you can in fact beat the ghost with any character type. It doesn't matter, and to a certain degree it doesn't matter. You can beat Oxide with any character of your choosing if you're good enough, you know. Because I know sometimes I have with Coco or faster, sometimes I used Entropy, which times were faster than the ones I used. Other times I used Rue, which was on a hotter Skyway, and that time was faster than the one I got with Crash. So it's just a proof of concept, like, yes, you can beat the ghost with any archetype, and some types are better at certain tracks than others. Like Crash, because he has slightly better turning, he can really make that little hairpin turn by just kind of drifting, you know? And that can be the benefit with some type of, or some turning types, you know? But they still tend to not be the best because they can't catch up to speed as much, and they're also slower out the gate. So it's just, I just use acceleration because they also have pretty decent turning as well, you know. It's still not great, like, it's acceleration, then turning, then speed is slightly less, but acceleration is also just a very good type. I like it a lot. If you couldn't tell, because I did the entire Let's Play as Coco. And if any of you are wondering, why Coco? Why did I choose Coco? Was there any reason for it? Any meaning behind the madness? Nope. Well, the method to the madness was that I like acceleration type characters. And of the two, there was only Coco and N-Jin, you know? And I was just like, let's just do Coco because I feel like doing Coco. Yeah. I could have chose Engine, but I did Coco because I think I prefer Coco over Engine as a character in general. Although that doesn't really say much. Both are kind of non-H characters. One is just good. The other is evil. One had a pink cart. One was purple. One is definitely female. The other... I don't think anyone knows what Engine is. I don't think even Engine knows what Engine is. Like a little monkey fella. What he is. He's just a little monkey fella. I don't know. His icon just kind of looks like a little monkey. Sort of. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, if any of you are wondering why you aren't hearing even a lick of Past Me, I was basically not talking at all during this whole thing, so... scrapped entirely. All gone, because... past self's commentary might as well have not even existed. You know, it's only at the end where it's like, and like that, everything is done, and I scrolled through showing off like every single time trial done. You know? And again, it's not immediately obvious what you get for doing all of this. Like, in the main story mode, you get the little character descriptions because it was the last game Naughty Dog made, so might as well do a where are the characters now type scenario, you know, where will they go? Because, you know, they kind of figured, I don't know, how much longer could the series possibly last? And here we are in the current, as this post-commentary recording, year of 2021. And Crash 4 recently came out, so, you know, it went further than they probably expected it to go. I mean, I kind of figured they thought that it would keep on kicking. Crash was one of the main mascots in the old PlayStation days. It was, in the PlayStation days, the mascots were many. You know, there were many PlayStation mascots during the time. You know, Crash was one. Klonoa probably might have been one. I know it's a good game series. I've only played the second one, though. I've never played the first one. But things to think about in the future. We get there when we get there. I left this one at normal speed because it gives me time to think and talk about life and future plans and just other things, you know? There was, well, PlayStation 2 era had a lot more. It had Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, you know? Was there another PS2 mascot games? There were a lot. There were a lot of, like, IPs on Sony's side, you know? Some went on, others did not, you know? Crash kept going. Spyro kind of kept going, but also not really. I don't really count Skylanders as Spyro. That just isn't Spyro. It never was Spyro. It didn't need Spyro to sell, you know? And it was the premise of the now amiibos and collect all of the things and give us your money. As you know, there's like 100 of those little figures. And they're like, well, 15 bucks a pop, so that's 1,500 if you have the whole collection. You know, that's a pretty penny. That's just an example. I have actually no idea how many figures there are. Probably more than that, and some are probably more expensive than that, you know? I know when the Giants were out, they were like 30 bucks when that was out and about. Ugh. And amiibos still aren't cheap either. I only have a few of them. And here I go, scrolling through, going, I have completed every single one, every single time trial, every gold, every platinum, because, you know, Sapphire, Gold, Platinum. So, what do you get for beating all of the Oxide time trials, if it will ever move on past this? I wish I remembered what past me was saying, but I don't, because it doesn't matter. Ultimately, I know he talks a little bit, but is what it is, because, you know, I beat all the oxides, and if you beat oxide, you've beaten entropy. I probably didn't need to show off all of this. I've done it once, I can do it again. So we're backing out, and yeah, we have all the racers, every single one. Yep, even the cheat character, Penta Penguin. Yep, keep going. Now on the title screen. So everyone has an astute eye. You've probably noticed scrapbook there at the bottom, which I will go into later, and I'll probably go on about how in arcade mode, but you get this scrapbook for beating every single oxide ghost. Now, is it worth it? I don't know. For me, kind of. For you, it might not be worth it. If you want to test your skill to see if you can, by all means, try it. You know, so now you don't have to do the whole story mode spiel just to see the scrapbook. Though, I think if you have 101%, I think if you just beat Oxide, you can still see it whenever. But, you know, you have the credits and whatever to wait for. But now you can just click it and go into it whenever. So, that's how you unlock the scrapbook legitimately. And I think I go into where everything that you see here, everything that I've painstakingly unlocked, you know, cheating very minimally, you know, when I had to at the time, which was still unfortunate, there is a code to unlock everything that you see. There's a code to unlock every single character. There's a code to unlock the scrapbook. You don't have to even play the game to get everything. You can just put in some codes and unlock it all if you so wish. And with that, I speed up the scrapbook. Yeah. So, this has been Crash Team Racing. This was a long and arduous journey. But here we are. Finally at the end. And all that's left is a review. And we get to move on to a brand new Let's Play. And unfortunately, the next game is also a niche title, but also has its share of fans, you know? And, I need to review those videos next to see if they're right. But that one, oh man, I had a rough time of it. Rougher than I thought. I've played it before. I've gotten everything before, but everything was just against me during that Let's Play. But the Let's Play curse, you know, it's a thing for a reason. If something doesn't go wrong, you are doing something wrong. You know, it is tradition that something has to mess up while doing a Let's Play. 'Tis tradition. So, thank you so much for watching. And until then, I shall leave you with the rest of this sped up.